It's easier said than done. But if you're going to do it, you got to push through it. I'll be right back. Hey guys, it's Joseph Diego here from josephdiego.com and Growing with Joseph Diego, where I share my journey from the ordinary to the extraordinary with you so that we just might grow together. What's going on? I'm back and I can't believe it because let me tell you something. It is getting tough. It is getting tough. You know, now we're at the point where I quit. We're at the point where I disappear. We're at the point where my body, my habits, every little cell in my body starts to tell me, sit down, don't worry about it. Make 2 videos instead of 1 tomorrow. Get caught up. Start to come up with the excuses and the BS. And you know what happens when I start to listen to those things? I start to disappear. Joseph Diego is no more. That's the bottom line. That's what happens. I get involved and I start doing no matter what it is. It could be anything. There are certain things, and I was thinking about what goes on with this today. You see, it's easy for me and probably you to wake up in the morning and go to that job. It's easy for me to get up at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning sometimes. Get up, get dressed, still go through my morning routine because that morning routine is part of my routine. You know, making my shake, meditating a little bit, visualizing, sitting down, stretching a little bit. A little routine that I go through every morning. And I do it. And for some reason, it's weird. I eat better when I'm working. So when I'm working, I can do that for the man. I can do that for the boss. I can do it for old Bob. Bob, my boss. Bob. All right? I get up and I'll go to work. And my concern will be make sure I get to work on time just in case Bob is on the job and I don't want to hear his shit. Okay? That's just the way I am. And then I'll give Bob a good day's work. And then I'll come home and I'll do what everybody else does. What most people do. What the ordinary do. I'll come home, sit down, get a snack, take a nap, and watch TV for the rest of the day. Pretty much. I hang out with my grandson, and don't get me wrong, even while I'm doing this, I'm still spending time with my grandson. Today, I went to work, came home. I did take my little nap, guys. I got up at 3 o'clock this morning, and I went through my little routine. I really don't have to get up till 5. I can get up at 5:30 and still make it to work on time. But I get up early to give myself a little extra for me, right? And I'm probably sure that I'll always do that. But I gotta give more to this. I gotta give more to this, to building more, to becoming more, to being more. See, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. I don't want to be mediocre. I don't want to be like everybody else. But I can fall into that routine. I could fall into the ordinary. I could fall into the mediocre. And most of us do that. But that's not what I want. You see, here's the thing. And I love it because this is probably where I love Les Brown when he says, we all have greatness within us. We all have abilities and capabilities and gifts that we haven't even unleashed, imagined that we have. We can't even imagine what we have within us until we push ourselves past the boundaries or past the limits that we have of ourselves. You see, this is crazy. And most other people will look at it and say, that guy's freaking nuts. You know, I'll tell you the truth. I don't show my guys at work my videos. I don't show these guys what I'm doing. Because they'll laugh. They'll, you know, I'm the type of guy, I don't care about most other people's opinions, but I don't want to hear the BS from down the line, guys talking, or, you know, they're like women. They're like wash women at work. So I just, you know, you also got to be careful who you share your dreams with. You got to be careful who you share your dreams with. You got to be particular with those people. All right, so that's what I just don't those because those guys are all they think a certain way, and I choose not to be that way. So I have to come home and not be that way. And let me tell you something: when you have developed the habit of being a certain way, it is so freaking hard to break out of that, to unbecome the person that you became. See, that's what happened. I fell into the mold of what society, I guess. I mean, I don't know what it is, but what everything is the way everybody just falls in. And you know, what is it that there's a neuron, what is it? A mirror neuron. It's a mirror neuron. That's why they tell you surround yourself with people that are like what you want to be. You know, if you're out of weight, if you're overweight, don't hang out with people that are overweight that Dunkin' Donuts all day long. You want to find people that are fit and trim that hang out at the gym. If you want to learn how to have a good relationship with a woman, you got to hang out with other men who have good relationships with women. And it's the same thing with women. If you want to have a good relationship with a man, you got to hang out with women that have good relationships with their man. That's why my sponsor, Richie B, that's why my first sponsor, Reiki Pete, didn't have children. He didn't have a relationship. So I kind of walked away from him, my first mentor, sponsor, whatever you want to call him. And I was attracted to the man, Richie B, because he was with his wife 50 years. And he was 70 some odd years old. And he had a body. He was tight, right? And he worked out. And he took care of himself. And he was in a beautiful relationship with his wife. And he had a good relationship with his kids. And he had succeeded in his life. He's the one who told me, kid, you're a sober, happy, healthy, loving, prosperous, intelligent child of the universe. And I live that today. He's the man who introduced me to As a Man Thinketh. As a Man Thinketh, and so he is. That is a book by James Allen. It's an absolutely amazing book. So, and I recommend anybody to have it. And actually, I'm going to make a video about that book one of these days. But in the meantime, I'm talking about right now, what I'm going through. Because I'm telling you guys, this is what it is. And I'm pushing myself. And I want you to see me going through it. So you can see me getting through it. See, that's the whole thing is. I'm not going to get stuck. Guys, I don't want to disappear on you. I don't want not to be here next week. Or instead of making a video once a day, then all of a sudden I start making one once every other day. Then once every other week. And that's the same thing with they tell me with addiction. Now, I've never relapsed on drinking or drugging or anything like that, but they always say it's that first drink, right? And they'll be like, oh, it's not going to get you right away. You're going to have that first drink, and you might drink, say you drink fine for one weekend, and then you might not drink for a month, but then you're going to start drinking on the weekends. Next thing you know, you start drinking daily again, and next thing you know, you're back into that routine again. So it's easy to break that pattern and fall back, right? Because again, it's so easy to fall downhill. It's hard to climb up the mountain, but it's the guys that climb up the mountain and the girls that climb up the mountain that get to reach the peak. They get to see the beauty, all right? They get to achieve the goal that they wanted to achieve. So I'm going to keep on schlepping through it. I'm going to keep on pushing through it. And hopefully I could encourage somebody. I hope there's somebody there that says, wow, you know, this guy makes a lot of sense. And maybe he helped me today. And that's all my intention is, you know. If you comment, if you like, if you share, I don't care. All right. I love making friends and I would love to have some friends. But you do what you want because my intention here is just to be here. Just to be here. And if by my being here can help you, well then so be it. With that, I'm out of here. Take care. Stay blessed. This is Joseph Diego signing out.